People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now the first thing that is popping in the news is an update about an incident that occurred yesterday morning at about 2 a.m. and it is said that the Popo is launching a probe and launching a manhunt for some gunmen that hijack a bus at about 2 a.m. on Elliston Road. We are speaking about in Kingston. Now based on the information, it is said the driver of a bus, he picked up some passenger from a call center on Elliston Road, and while he was picking up these passengers, he realized that some gunmen were approaching his bus and people in Juka reverse in the bus and try to take for himself. However, it was said that he lost control and hit a ditch, and basically the gunmen them went in the bus and started to rob the people. It is also said that after the gunmen robbed the people and they were trying to get away, one of the passengers basically tried to disarm one of the gunmen and people. It is also said that his crony realized that was happening and they started to blaze up some can on the bus, and it is said that the driver of the bus was also hit in his head, and also a next passenger, she got some sort of can in her face. I think it was a lady, I am not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this. Now people, based on the information, it is said that after they left, after they realized that they conned up one of their own cronies, they tried to take him away, they tried to take him to the hospital. However, after they realized that he had passed, they basically threw him out the car in the community. Now people, when we look at a situation like this, we have to really analyze it. We are speaking about 2 a.m. in the morning, and we are speaking about in a garrison, because people, when we think about Elliston Road, we are speaking about a garrison. So people, it only shows you the type of petty gunmen that we have in Jamaica. They are trying to rob persons from a call center. So basically they are looking for all sorts of cell phone. They are looking for money. They are trying to teach the people them wallet rate, lele, blue, blah, bling. Now people, when we think about the situation as it pertains to the driver and him trying to escape from these gunmen, people, we see that it was not a very wise decision, because the truth and the facts that Elliston Road is a very small road and it has all sorts of ditches, all sorts of cars parked on the side, and people, we saw that he basically lost control and lost his life, because based on the information, it is said that he was conned up in the head, and I don't think that he made. However, people, please don't quote me on this. Now people, when we also think about the fact that one of the passengers also tried to disarm one of these gunmen. Now people, if there is one gunman and you try to disarm him, I can understand. However, when there are multiple gunmen, we are speaking about 3 or 4 gunmen, and then you try to disarm one of them, you are only going to put the other passengers and yourself in harm's way. And people will say in that case, that was the case, because when they realized that they tried to basically take with the gun from their combo, they basically start to con up the car or con up the bus. But people, like the saying goes, whenever trouble take your pick, it should fit you. So people, I don't know the situation, I don't know the decision making process as it pertains to the driver and the other passenger that tried to disarm the gunman. But people, it was not a very wise idea based on what took place, because based on the fact that the driver and the next passenger also got conned. Now people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. Whenever you come under pressure, you might make decisions that are not right. So therefore, you have to basically experience this to know what you are going to do. And sometimes people make the wrong decision, because people, when you are desperate, you will make silly moves, point blank and period. Now people, one of the most disturbing things that I saw in the whole incident is the fact that after one of the cronies, after one of the gunmen basically lost his life, we saw that some persons were making posts on social media. And people, if you look on the screen, this is exactly what the caption said. Rest in peace, my cousin, so young. Now people, when we think about a situation like this, the last thing that we want to do is basically feel sorry for any sort of person that endangered other person's life and also their own life. So people, I think that it is distasteful, and it just shows you the type of person in Jamaica. It's better this person, it's better this relative did not say anything, instead of basically talking about he was so young, because the truth and the fact that he was young, but he was making all sorts of crazy decisions. He was also putting other person's life in a danger. So therefore, whatever he got, that is exactly what he deserved. And people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. We don't want to see anybody losing their life. However, when they are living a certain lifestyle, that is expected, that is a part of the trade. point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also, please subscribe to this channel. We're speaking about true Jamaica buzz. And when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now, people, when we talk about Jamaica, we talk about a copycat syndrome. And I have spoken on many occasions about these robberies in Jamaica with these barefaced, brazen type of gunmen that we have. Now, people, I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Bushy Park. I am speaking about Old Harbour. I am speaking about St. Catherine. And based on the P0L report, it is said that some shoppers were shopping in an establishment when two gunmen masked up pulled up in the establishment and demanded money. And people, it is said that the shoppers, they were scared, they were spooked, and them start to run, them start to take with them life. And it is said that the gunmen basically blaze up some can on them, hitting one person. And people, when we think about this, when we think about these gunmen, like I've always said, it seems as if they are always preying upon the poor. Because people, when you talk about Old Harbour, when you talk about St. Catherine, we are not speaking about uptown. So therefore, they are not expected to get much, because basically them are rob some poor people. So people, what is the sense in robbing poor people? What is the sense if you have a tool and there's all sorts of bank, all sorts of financial institution? That means that if you decide that you want to be a gunman or a thief or a robber or a taker, that means that you need to step up your game. You need to grow some bigger BALLS and basically diversify your portfolio. However, we see that these people, they are some petty thieves, they are some dunce thugs. And people, I am not justifying the action of any sort of thief, whether they are stealing from poor or rich people. People, I am just saying that if you are going to do something, go big time, do it well and done. Don't do any sort of petty stuff. However, we see that these people, they lack the confidence, they lack the balls, they lack the guts, they lack the intestinal fortitude to pull off any sort of serious thing. However, they find it very fitting to prey on poor people on a daily basis. So people, we see it makes absolutely no sort of sense. And we are speaking about that type of criminals that are in Jamaica, that are petty, that are full, and that just are downright disgusting, point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.